All the Scorpios out there, thank you for watching this video. I hope you're all having a blessed day. I'll start by introducing myself and telling you a little bit about me. My name's Ashley Cheltenham. The reason I'm doing this is because from I was a little boy, astrology and music have always been major passions of mine. I've taken them very seriously, and I've found that throughout my life, through the good and the bad, they've always helped me um, maintain a balance of myself and learn more about myself. So I figured that through this journey in life, I should impart some of the knowledge that I've learned through astrology and incorporate that with music artists and letting you guys know more about yourself so that you can grow and achieve more and become a better individual and artist, so that you can have success and longevity. In order to do that, you have to know all sides of yourself. So I'll start with a brief description about you. Then I'll tell you about your positives and your negative traits. And then I'll give you some homework. Hopefully it's homework that you actually want to do. So I'll start with a brief description. And you know how to effortlessly grab the limelight. You possess exactly what it takes to achieve your goals, and you have a magnetic charm that shows that you just cannot be ignored in anything that you do. One of your positives is that you're very focused. That's a major strength, and the having the ability to be able to focus and decide on something. Once you guys do that, it's pretty much impossible to divert you from that path. That's a very commendable and respectable ability and positive trait to have, especially being a music artist and wanting to enter into the music industry or be in the music industry if you are already there. Because the music industry is so fast paced and so quick moving that you have to be able to focus yourself on what it is that you're trying to achieve and not be diverted very easily from that path. So you need to remember that being focused is one of the best things about you. Don't allow anybody to sway you from your focus, or anything that stops you from focusing ultimately isn't something that you need to have around you or be incorporated into your life or career. So you're also very brave. You'll never lose sleep over disruptive times and failures. You'll take whatever situation it is head on, no matter how difficult it may seem. That's bravery is definitely something that an artist needs to have, because when you're in the limelight and you have loads of people, scrutinizing you and having to share their opinions, especially with the fact that social media is such a big thing in the industry now, you're going to get a lot of unwanted opinions forced upon you, and you need to be able to keep a cool head. You need to be able to be focused and be brave to be able to substand all that heat coming at you. And you're one person that can definitely do that. Never allow yourself to think that you're not brave or you're not focused, because you really are. And if you're starting to feel that, then you're not in a very good place, and you should be seeking out a way to get back to your natural self. You're also very balanced. Scorpios are very jovial and passionate, but not immature and careless. They are quite mature and balanced people. You prefer to remain in the company of a Scorpio, as they are interesting personalities, because you find yourself quite interesting, and being around another Scorpio, you pretty much can bounce off one another and take what you need from one another. Being balanced is definitely a good thing. It's definitely something that you need to have in the industry, because you don't want to be unbalanced and being thrown from pillar to post with your emotions and even with your creativity. That's not a good thing for you. Being unbalanced is something that is going to create a lot of distrust in yourself and distrust in others. So try and remain balanced. As long as you're balanced, you'll be able to achieve better relationships, greater relationships, better creativity in what you do. You're also a very faithful and trustworthy person. Um, you don't make promises unless you intend to keep them and stand by them 110%. That's something that people that you work with will respect about you. They'll be happy to work with you based on that alone. Um, you'll never give someone false hope. Your fans will definitely respect that about you. Learn to build on that. Use that, incorporate it into your music. Make sure you're singing or writing or producing something that creates a feeling of faithfulness, of trustworthiness. It will reflect your genuine character, and people will be able to relate to that a lot more and find you to be even more of a genuine person without you having to try very hard. Yeah, so really just express exactly what you know about yourself. You're an ambitious person, you know, power, money, and that your position are key motivators for you. You're, you will aim for the stars and will ensure that you reach there. Everybody who wants to be successful needs to have that level of ambition in their heart, because the music industry is like I've said to all signs, it's not something that's very easy to get into, and it's not something that is very easy to stay in. So having ambition is something that if you manage to make it and you want to keep it, then your ambition you need to be ambitious. It needs to be a key motivator for you. So never lose your ambition. Never stop trying to work towards power and money and a higher position, because you will get there. Nothing will ever stop you from getting there. You will 9 times out of 10 be the only reason why you don't reach your success and your goals. You're also very intuitive, which is a key factor in being successful. You're led by your instincts and you make the right decisions at the opportune time. And to be intuitive, you easily can read people's minds and their feelings. That's something that you need to have, because there's a lot of people in music industry and just in life in general that will try and take advantage of people, will try and exploit people for whatever their reasons are. You being an intuitive person and the really smart Scorpio that you are, you'll be able to see right through a lot of the rubbish that people are trying to give you. Always remember that your intuition is your best friend. Follow your gut, because you don't want to be led astray by somebody that is promising you things that they can't give. Always trust your intuition. Never second guess it, because I can pretty much you can pretty much bet your life on it that what you're feeling and what you're thinking is correct. I'll tell you about your negative traits. The reason I'm talking about negative traits in these videos is because I want you as individuals and artists to know all sides of yourself, including the things that can potentially damage your success or damage you becoming a better individual or better at your job. So I'm going to tell you about your negative traits. One of them is that you can be very jealous. you tend to be extremely possessive and jealous, and that that disturbs your relationships and affects your peace of mind. This not some Jealousy is not something that you need to have. I mean, being an artist, your negative traits can do wonderful things for you, because negative traits can help you build on what you're weak at, and also help you know what you're strong at. And you know a jealous situation isn't something that is going to help you emotionally, but it may help you creatively, being able to write about you know the jealousy that you're experiencing. Never really shy away from expressing your genuine feelings. I mean, you don't have to walk around telling people, hey, I'm a jealous guy or girl. But being an artist, you can express that through your music or your writing, however it is that you want to express it, for people to learn from your experiences in particular. Um, Try not to be too jealous in your life, though, because, like I said, it can ruin your relationships, it can disturb them, and that's not really something that you want as an artist. You don't really want to be known in the industry as, the jealous person that just people don't want to be around and don't really want to connect with on a nice level. So try to work on that. You can be very secretive. You find it extremely difficult to trust people, and therefore you turn into, a secretive person. You will not let people easily know what's going on in your mind or life, and sometimes that can create issues, because when people want to be close to you and they want to help you out, they don't always know exactly what's going on with you. And although you like control and power and respect, people like that in turn as well. And when they care about you, they want to be able to help help you. They want to be able to not just help you know where they stand with you, so that they can have a better relationship with you, whether that's a working relationship or personal relationship. So it's okay to have secrets. We all have our secrets, but just learn to let people in to a certain extent. Do your usual screening process, and figure out exactly who you can let in and who you can't. But when you do decide to let somebody in, try not to go back on that, and try not to end up being too secretive, because working with people, and telling them exactly what you want to do and how you want to do it, and then in turn starting to withdraw that very communication that you had with them, can once again disturb your relationships, and it can cause people to not want to be as close to you, or be on the same level, which can cause chaos in your career. You don't, as I say to all signs, you don't have time for chaos. You don't. You have a lifetime. You have a certain amount of time to get what you want to get out of life, and none of us are going to be here forever. So try and cut down on things that are disrupting you from achieving your goals, and work on the parts of yourself that do stop you from achieving that. You can also be quite resentful. Scorpios are very sensitive and get hurt easily by negative treatment and comments. And so you will try to get even with those who dare to insult or harm you. And again, that's just like, I mean, some people do need a taste of their own medicine. I'm a firm believer of that, but it comes at a certain, them things come with a price, and the whole point of expressing yourself through music and stuff like that, it should be about love and peace and harmony, and making the world a better place. as opposed to wasting your time lowering yourself to other people's level. I mean, if people hurt you and they do it on purpose, then really and truly the best way to deal with that person is just to cut them out of your life, um, and to invite more positive people into your life that are not going to do that, as opposed to keeping that person in your life and doing exactly what they've done to you. I mean, it's just not worth it at the end of the day. When you've got goals to achieve and family and friends to take care of and look after, and fans that need your help, need your music to help them achieve their goals, and someone to look up to, you don't really want them to be looking up to that side of you. Um, you don't really want them to be incorporating the things that you know you should be working on as an individual, for them to be incorporating that into their life. Um, so yeah, work on your resentfulness as well. You can also be quite manipulative. I mean, most people can. You know, that's just, as humans, what we do. Sometimes we manipulate others because we have our own interests to take care of. But you should be careful with that, especially in the music industry. You know, you don't want to be branded as a manipulative person. You don't want any of your fans to think that, you know, they're being taken advantage of, and you know, they're investing themselves into your music and what you're creating for the world, to think that you're not worth it because you may be manipulating the situation just to get, you know, the money, the power, the success, and you don't really care about them. You know, you should be putting music out because you care about people in the world, and you want to express yourself, and you want them to be able to relate to your music and you as an individual. I mean, if people relate to your music but they don't relate to you as an individual, I can tell you that they won't be listening to your music. They won't be following you on Twitter or liking your stuff on Facebook. They won't be doing that. A connection from between a fan to the individual artist. They need to be connected to you as a person before they can connect to your music. Um, Try not to be too domineering. You have a knack for getting things done your way, which is fine. You know, we as artists, we all want to be assertive, and we all have our vision of how things should be done. But learn to be a little bit more sensitive and considerate with the people that you're working with, because you can be extremely ruthless when, you know, things, you're not happy with a situation, and some things don't need to be so cutthroat all the time. Some things do need to be worked on in order to get the best results, because, you know, I mean, anything worth having is usually hard work. So, you know, don't be so cutthroat, so ruthless with everybody that you work with. Try to put a little time and effort in and see if you can, you know, make something of that. Um, your firm decisions are necessary, but not all the time. You know, because your emotions will get involved in that, and that will hinder you and slow you down, and you don't want to be slowed down, especially not because of something that you could have made better or you could have controlled better. So try to just be less dominating, less cutthroat, less ruthless. Those are your negative traits. What I would like you to do is I would like you to basically look for an astrologer, um, somebody that you know you're comfortable with reading what they have to say about your days ahead, your weeks ahead, your months ahead, so you can pretty much structure your career, your life, and know when's the right time to make certain moves and when's the right time to do certain things, because you know the energy around you is what dictates how quickly things get done. And if you can be on the same page as that, then you'll find that things are a lot better for you because of that. So look for an astrologer. Also do a little bit of research on your own sign, and see if you can learn some more about yourself. I don't want to give too much in these videos straight away, because I don't want it to be like information overload. As I said, I want you to be able to, you know, take your time and progress at a reasonable rate without feeling like, you're just being thrown information that you're never going to be able to take in all at one time. So right now, I just want you to work on your positives and your negatives. Also, look for a music artist that is a Scorpio and look at their history, look at the way they've done things, and see how you could do that, or build on it, and create a better way, because people came before us, and they paved the way for us to do exactly what we want to do in life. So there's always a good thing being able to look back on what was done before we've achieved anything or done anything, and seeing what we can do with that, how we can better it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope that you all have a blessed day and a blessed month ahead. I'll be coming back with some more videos soon, and I will build on what we've talked about, what I've spoken about in this video, and hopefully your journey to becoming a better artist and a better person is starting after you finish this video. So thank you for watching, and take care.